Okay, in this video, we're going to introduce you to the study of pivot tables. We'll have probably over a dozen videos that explain various features of pivot tables, and I think you'd all agree that knowing everything you can about pivot tables will really help you here at Microsoft. Okay, so the file we want will be grocery pt temp, if you want to follow along. And basically, pivot tables let you slice and dice your data any way you want. And we'll see that at least a dozen times in our videos on pivot tables. Okay, so let's look at the data we're going to use in our first example. So suppose you own a chain of grocery stores. And so the first thing you have to know about pivot tables is the first row of each column has to have a label for what's in that column. So column A is the year. So it's the year of the sales, 2007, 2006, or 2005. The month is, of course, January through December. The stores will either be the East store, the North store, the South store, or the West store. And then we have product groups. We have milk, ice cream, fruit, and cereal. And then we have the type of product, like low fat is a type of milk, apples is a type of fruit, special K is a type of cereal. And then we have the data in columns F and G, the units sold and the revenue. And so let's suppose you've been told you want to have a summary by year of what happened, and then you want to see the product group, like ice cream, fruit, and then you want to see the product, and then you want to see the store. And you want revenue and units totals for each of those combinations. And that's what a pivot table can do for you if you use the field list properly. And the real key to pivot tables is setting up the field list that displays the data the way you want. And we'll spend a lot of time on this in our videos. So you put your cursor anywhere inside your data, and if you go insert pivot table, Excel should pick up the data. So if I go insert pivot table, you'll notice it picked up all my data. The data went through row 923. I'll put the pivot table in a new worksheet. That's fine. And then I see the field list, and this is the key to sort of almost everything you do with pivot tables. There are 4 parts to the field list. We're just going to use the rows, the values, and the filters here, and not the columns. So I want to list things in the order in the rows that I want stuff to show. I want to see the year, then the group, then the product, and then the store. And then for values, I want units and revenue in there. And then filters, I'll put months. In other words, months might clutter this spreadsheet, the pivot table. By putting months in the filter, I can sort of pick a subset of months and it won't clutter my pivot table. But that's up to you how you lay it out. But for us, we want the year you were told to go first. So now you'll see the years 05, 06, 07. Then you want the product group, and you've got that right there. And you want the product itself. In other words, it'll put the types of cereals. You can see Cheerios, Raisin Bran. Okay. Now I want the store. Now let's see if we can put that there. Okay, so I've got it. So don't have the data, but I have 2005. I've got cereal. Then I can see Cheerios, Raisin Bran, Special K, how we did at each store. Now all that remains, we'll put the month filter in later, but I need to get the total units and revenue. So I could drag units and revenue to values field and it would add them up. But an easier way, just click on units. A numerical field goes to values automatically. Click on revenue, and now I've got it. So I know how much cereal was sold in 2005, 63,689 units. I've got the revenue. Oh, and I could format this. So if I want to format this, I could double click the column heading. That's dollars. Okay, so I could do number format, and I could do currency, 2 decimal points, and now that's in dollars like it should be. Okay, so that's nice. Okay, again, I'll see the field list of them inside the pivot table. If it ever disappears, do right click and do show field list and it will come back. Okay, so now I want to show you how to collapse and expand fields. So if you put your cursor where cereal is and click on minus sign, the detail on cereal contracts. Disappears basically. It's a little hard to get the arrow, but if I would go here, oh, there's the arrow. Good. I click there, see the detail on Cheerios, Special K, etc. goes away. And if I click on the plus sign, it comes right back. Okay. So there it contracts, there it comes back. Plus sign, brings the detail back. Now see, that just contracted the detail on serial. How about contracting all the data on basically the groups? In other words, not just serial, but basically the product groups. I can contract the detail on fruit, milk, and ice cream as well as cereal. And I can do that. If you go inside a pivot table, you'll always see Analyst and Design tab. And what I want is the Analyze tab. If I put my cursor on cereal and I go to the Analyze tab, okay, a minus there will not just contract cereal, but fruit, etc. See, now all the detail goes away. I have cereal, fruit, ice cream, and milk, but none of the detail on that. And the plus sign brings that back. So with the cursor on cereal, go to Analyze tab, and clicking on minus sign eliminates all detail on products in, for instance, ice cream, milk, etc. Okay, now there are other layouts you can do if you want. So if you go inside the pivot table and you go to design, you'll see report layout. From design tab, you can change the report layout. So for example, this is the compact layout. I go to the design tab, report layout, okay, outline form, I don't like that much. Tabular form, I don't like that much. We'll go back the way it was, but you might like it better. Okay, so now what I want to do is show you how you can sort the data. So we've got 2005 and then 2006 and then 2007. Maybe I want the most recent year on top. So what I should do is put the cursor in 2005, put cursor in any cell with a year, and I can sort on year. So that's going to be really simple. So I go in here and I click on the drop down. Okay, I can basically sort largest to smallest. Now the most recent year is on top. Now suppose I want to resort this alphabetically. The product groups go cereal, fruit, ice cream, and milk. Maybe I want milk on top to reverse the alphabetical order. So basically if I put the cursor in a product group cell, I can resort so milk comes first. So how would that work? I would go here. We can always clear and I would sort, I should go to cereal, sort Z to A. And now I've got 2007, then milk, I've got ice cream, I've got fruit, I've got cereal, reversing the order. Okay, now let's get the field list back and show you how filters work. So I could drag month to the filters. Now I could make month a row field, but then it gets so cluttered I personally can't stand it. But if I go month, you'll see up here, I can now filter, and there's an easy way to do this with slicers, we'll see later. I can select a subset of months. So my totals might be for just January, March, and June. And I can clear those filters. Again, slicers make this really easier. But if I go back to all, it goes back the way it is. But we've shown you a lot of stuff in this one video on pivot tables, and we've just barely scratched the surface. And so our next example will show you some more stuff, drilling down to the source data, basically value filters, how you can basically see your 10 best customers, and how making the source data table makes it easier to add new data and have the pivot table update. So we'll see you in the next video.
Okay, so thanks for watching, and there's a free course, a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, and all of these videos are coming from one of three books. So first, this one, which you can see here at the top of the screen, Microsoft's book, which has 355 reviews, and then it's, let's see, 4.6 stars. It's coming from this book as well, his marketing analytics book, which is down here, and you can sort of see 4.5, or his newest book, his analytics stories book, which is here. And with that one, you can see it's 4 point something, or maybe even 5. I don't think it's 5. Yeah, 4.8. And so, yeah, anyways, in the description, there's a free 21-day course from Dr. Winston, or you can go to excelwithwayne.com/free, and it'll be there. But again, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just please let us know. Thanks.